A warm welcome to all of you and Professor Ramji, Professor Saptrishi, and Professor Uma. So, in this particular program, we will be having our resource persons, Dr. Ganesh, myself, and Dr. Prakash, Dr. Harish, Dr. Jay Prakash from IIT Gandhinagar, Professor Ramji, and Dr. Sayed and Dr. Prashant, who is postdoc at Technion. So on day one, we will be discussing first with structural mechanics problem mostly. And then in the second day, we will be discussing dynamic systems with delay, different basics, and also some applied problems. On day three, the focus will be on fluid mechanics problem. So of course, like non-linearity in all these problems, that is important. And then on day four, the traveling waves problem, Dr. Jay Prakash will be talking. And then day five, since there are a lot of field other than that which requires special treatment, so we requested Professor Ramji to also talk about nonlinear material characterization and how this nonlinearity impacted. And then Dr. Sayed will talk about impact mechanics and nonlinearity associated with that. And the total of 15 sessions will be there, including one very special session by Dr. Ganesh, who will be talking about teaching effectiveness and stress management. And in today's world, when we are dealing with online teaching, so that that is really very important thing that AICT also recommended that we should have one session on it. So we included it. And the last session on 11th June, we will be having online quiz and the feedback from you and the closing remarks, if any. And there is also an opportunity for you to get the AICT certificate, which requires 80% of attendance, and attendance will be done only once in a day.
Before we start, I would like to ask you a question. What is effectiveness and how is it different from efficiency? Like the picture says, effectiveness is achieving the right kind of goals. Okay. So, or achieving desired goals which are useful. Okay. Efficiency is achieving a goal with minimal effort or input output ratio.
So, in this particular topic, we will first discuss about under what condition nonlinearity arises, right? And then we will discuss about the methods which are being used to solve such kind of nonlinear problem. But before introducing those problems, I'll also talk about why really we need to get those solutions, because there are different types of methods available. And if time permits, I will also introduce you some of the numerical methods that can be used for simulating these nonlinear systems.
I will show you how to obtain a frequency response of a dumping oscillator, and I will also demonstrate you how to use Maple and MATLAB and MATCON to get the frequency response of a dumping oscillator. And then in the next case, we will discuss the saddle node bifurcation in a micro beam, which is used for MEMS applications. And then we will discuss about Hawk bifurcation, which is due to the imperfection in microbeam. And then we will see the examples for pitchfork and transcritical bifurcation using MATCON. And finally, using phase plane, we will see the dynamic behavior of Rosler chaotic system. That is how it will move from a stable equilibrium to chaotic system.
Good morning, everyone, and it's a great pleasure to have Professor Prakash with us, who will be talking about delay differential equation and also methods to solve it. And he has a lot of experience working in this particular field, and he like. And off late, he also started working in perturbation methods, so you can interact with him to whatever extent. So, with these words, Prakash, I invite you to start your lecture.
So this is a Coca-Cola can. And what you see is that on top of that, they have put a large amount of weight. But nothing is going to happen as of now, and the coelacanth seems to successfully bear the weights without collapsing. Okay, so as I play the video, you see what is happening. See, someone is now probing it. That means they are going to just touch it. Okay. So it has collapsed with such a small disturbance. So given that we have seen this video, let's approach this problem and try to understand how differential equations come into picture when studying mechanical systems.
I wanted to share some of my understandings on stability theory, perturbation theory, nonlinear dynamics with all of you. And so Ashok told me a few days ago to speak something on stability theory and basically applications of nonlinear dynamics and other things in fluid mechanics. How do we encounter it, and how do we solve those problems? It's a beautiful subject, fluid mechanics, and it is beautiful. I use the word very carefully. It is beautiful not only from its appealing mathematical physical thing, but it's actually very beautiful to look at. Okay, and I hope to give you share that passion that I have for the subject with you.
I have segregated my talks into three main topics. So the first topic would be on stability and bifurcations. So over here, we will start with some very basic things. As I understand, most of you are aware of all these things, but there are some nitty-gritties that I might just point out so that we do have a better launch pad for going to what is called bifurcation theory and what is called center manifold reduction. And some of the typical bifurcations, some mechanical system examples where these bifurcations are observed, and what is the characteristics of mathematically, what are the characteristics of bifurcation, we will in fact talk about. When we talk about stability, the picture, or let's say the GI file on your screen happens to be what is called the Jani-Bekoff effect, or intermediate axis theorem, or tennis racket theorem. We will see what it is. So this is a very interesting topic because once again, the concept, the idea, the notion of stability comes into picture here also. Whatever we would in fact talk about in stability theory, we will in fact apply to this particular problem. It's a rigid body dynamics problem. So where there is a torque-free motion of a certain object, and you will be able to see what really happens. It is actually flipping. And why does it happen? What is the mechanism? Is it avoidable? Is it unavoidable? We will in fact talk about that. So later I will be talking about the second topic I have looked into, happens to be on nonlinear oscillations. So wherein I would be discussing some part of nonlinear normal modes, their excitations, their correlation to linear normal modes, in some of the mechanical systems, very specific mechanical systems. So because what happens is in nonlinear dynamics problems or nonlinear systems, the same methodology may not be applicable for every problem actually. So what happens is when you classify the nonlinear systems, nonlinear mechanical systems in that particular sense, there are methods for applicable for each one of those systems. Okay, there is no general method which is always applicable. So that's the reason we will in fact talk about two very specific mechanical systems, and then talk about their normal modes and how do we in fact look at the normal modes, so on and so forth, making some definitions. Then we'll be talking about wave propagation theory. So more specifically, I will talk about something related to what is called the Sine-Gordon equations. And when we talk about Sine-Gordon equation, you do have a plethora of solutions that it can in fact show up or it can exhibit in that particular sense. It can have soliton solutions, it can have breather solutions, and it can have a traveling breather, stationary breather. So the last topic I have in fact set up is with regard to some aspect of granular systems, wave propagation in granular systems, which are usually the strongly nonlinear system or essentially nonlinear system.
I've titled it as material characterization. Both in terms of nonlinear and linear, it doesn't matter. This is what I have planned. Introduction to constitutive relation, uniaxial testing, then a brief introduction to DIC technique. Then how do you carry out material testing at high temperatures? And in case of weld joints, how do you get the localized properties within the weld zone? Then I will try to close it with a few remarks.
One-dimensional wave equation. Okay, because this is everything starts here. Let's say I have a one-dimensional bar, and at the end of it, I am applying a force as a function of time. Okay, so now let's say it's a one-dimensional elastic bar, so it will have some particular area of cross section. It will have some particular elastic modulus. Okay, it's one-dimensional problem, so Poisson's ratio is not going to be relevant here. It's not going to play much of a role here. So what happens is that I want to write the equation of motion, the force balance for this particular problem. So I can take a particular two cross sections. Let's say this is my coordinate system X. Okay, and let's say I'm looking at two cross sections at a location X and at a location X plus delta X. Okay, and we draw free body diagram for this one particular small chunk.
Sir, actually, I am working in nonlinear dynamics, sir. After this workshop, I came to know the nonlinear dynamics that frequency response curves also used in the different fields in the mechanical system, the MEMS and NIMS. Those things I got new ideas, sir.
Dynamic, and they used to give so many informations to us. So very interesting. The way they are taught and discussed are very interesting.
Sir, this is a very informative session. I know about so many things about the MATLABs and that softwares.
Yeah.
And your session is very informative.
First of all, I would like to say about this FDP that this FDP was really marvelous. It's really
Thank you.
It's great. As much as appreciation and interest for this FDP.
I am from the Department of Physics, so all of these sessions was completely different to me because I could see everything in the engineering point of view. So it was a good exposure for me.
So I take this opportunity to say final goodbye to all of you, and please take care of yourself and enjoy your life. Don't be in stress. And I'm sorry that I just put you through this online business for last 5 days. And please take care of your health. Thank you so much.